Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is so nice to spend some time with you today. Today is Thursday, let me tell you, because I'm so organized. It's the 14th of May, 2020, just in case we are uncertain of that. I hope that you are well. It's a little bit fresh where I am today. So if this is the first time that you've stumbled across my channel, hello, I'm Ali. I am a crocheter with a splash of sock knitting. I live in Australia and I would like to welcome you to my little slice of YouTube. So this is all natural today. I've washed my hair this morning and I don't have any makeup on and I'm just having a day at home. So obviously everybody in the world is walking through a little crazy experience at the moment that is COVID-19. And here in Australia, we are starting to lift some restrictions. As far as schooling goes, we are still at home and homeschooling. So the boys are around and are working on some individual projects at the moment. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to hit record and I'm going to check in and say hey and see how everybody's doing. It's a little bit fresh here today. So we are heading into our cooler season. We certainly don't get snow or anything crazy like that where I live here in Australia, but I know that I've seen, I follow so many people, and I know that Deb from the Canadian Crocheter put up a photo on her Instagram the other day and it looked like a white winter wonderland. And I was like, oh, wow. I know that you guys over in the States are desperately waiting for your summer and wanting it to be sunshine and flip-flop weather, but that was so beautiful, that picture. So yeah, we don't get snow here and we get cool, but it's certainly not like zero. We don't get to zero. Probably the coldest we get to is the single digits, probably from 5 and up, and that's in the night time. So during the day we sort of sit around the late teens to early 20s, even in the winter. In the real cold of winter, we might be sort of like a 16 sort of degree, but that's kind of about it. So anywho, I guess you didn't really come here to hear me chat a little bit about the barometer or the weather. So I have had 2 days off. It's been so lovely. I'm back to work again tomorrow, but I've really enjoyed having a couple of days off and just chilled. I've been very deliberate in not filling up these days of rest. It's really important for my own mental health to be able to sit and just kind of reset and refocus and replenish that's how I am able to then go out and love on other people. So as far as my crafting is going, I'm still working on the same 2 projects, but I have finished one of my socks, which is, super exciting. So I'll show you that. So it's not on the blocker and it hasn't had its ends woven in or anything like that, but that came off the needle last night and I have started the toe on the other needle. No, not on the other needle. I've started the toe of the other sock on a new needle. So that's super cool. So I am really excited about that. I've got a bit of a janky little stitch there that I don't know what happened. But it still works and I still love them. So these are my socks. So I am using some yarn from the beautiful NNK yarns, and I have named these socks, continue to look for rainbows, because they are everywhere. And even in this time of uncertain or a little bit of, I guess, outside of the normal, there's still so many things to be thankful for. And I wanted to get on and encourage today, of course, to chat about crochet and knitting and things that make my yarny heart really happy, but definitely just to encourage everyone to keep looking for the rainbows, because they are there. Sometimes we just have to look a little tiny bit harder to see them. So I've really enjoyed the process of sock knitting. It's really mindless. So I do my socks toe up. So once I've cast on for the toe and then done the increases, it's literally just knit until you get to the heel. And so it's really soothing. I spoke about this on my last episode, but I've really searched for those projects that are really mindless and just soothe my crazy mind. There's so much going on, and, we are living in this time that's never ever been lived in before. There's never been anything really similar to this before. And so there's a lot of things that we're figuring out. And so sometimes, or for me, I know that I've really found the soothing, gentle, calm of knitting and crocheting has really helped me. So it was Mother's Day weekend here in Australia last weekend. So that was amazing. Mother's Day looked a little bit different compared to, I guess, previous years, but it was still lovely nonetheless. I had my parents over for lunch on the Saturday before Mother's Day, and we had a lovely roast lamb with all the trimmings, and it was really yummy. And then on Sunday, I actually went into work for a few hours, not the full day, but I worked till just after lunch, which was amazing because we had put together a beautiful high tea for all of the ladies in our facility. It was amazing. The food was divine. It was just what they needed during this time. And I got so much joy from seeing them enjoy Mother's Day. And I also made this really lovely Mother's Day prop. It was a hoop that I had covered in gold tinfoil, or not tinsel, but it was like cello or something. It was like gold. I will insert a picture at the end of all the dribble. And then I got this really nice long garland of artificial flowers, and I twisted it around the gold hoop, and I hot glued all the flowers, and it was just so beautiful. We used it as a photo prop and the ladies loved it, and it just made my heart so full. I know that we as a community are doing it really tough at the moment. There's been lots of changes and there's lots of changes to come. But I really felt stirred to really bless our ladies in our facility this Mother's Day because they also are really doing it tough. They are some of our most vulnerable in our community, and they have been separated from their families for 5 or 6 weeks. So that's a long time for somebody that is living in a care facility. And also, we've gone out of our way. We are doing Zoom calls. We are getting them communicating with their family, and it's just not been the same. And so I was so excited to be able to do that for them this last weekend. So that was Sunday morning, and then I came home and I was really, really blessed. I was so spoiled. My family spoiled me. I got some new pajamas, which was amazing. Our beautiful girl made dinner for us. So she made a chicken lasagna, and we had salad, and then she made these beautiful chocolate brownies with raspberries through it, and we had them warm with some freshly out of the oven, and we had them with some ice cream, which was amazing. So I was thoroughly spoiled, and she's actually quite a very good artist, and you'll notice this beautiful painting in the corner. She actually painted that for me. That's her first acrylic painting, and she does lots of watercolors and lead pencil drawings and things. But so this is amazing. I love lilies. They are my favorite flower. And she has bought me several bunches, but she said to me that she painted that so that I would know and I would have it there for always. So I thought, oh my gosh, I have to put it on my my display, my bookshelf, and I wanted to have it as part of the backdrop that I use for my podcast when I record inside, because it probably will be. We probably will be recording inside for the next little while because it's a little bit cold outside and the ground is a little bit damp, and I don't want to be sitting on wet grass. So that was Mother's Day. I hope that for everybody that was celebrating Mother's Day all around the world, that you were very spoiled, that you were celebrated for the amazing gift that it is to be a mum, whether you are a birth mum, an adopted mum, a step mum, a fur baby mum, whatever. I hope that you were celebrated and treasured that day, because it certainly is what Mother's Day is for. So because I have been a little bit lax on the old diet, because, birthdays and Mother's Day and whatever. So I have not put on any weight, but I have been stalled at the, 5.6 kilos or whatever to go. So I made a new commitment to myself this morning. I got up and I got moving, and I did my 2K walk this morning, and I'm going to endeavour to even try to get another 2Ks in this afternoon, just to get the blood moving again, and just as a commitment to myself to, really watch and make sure I'm putting in food that is nourishing and good for my body. So that was a big roundabout story, wasn't it? So the only other project that I have been working on was actually my cardigan. This is the Envision cardigan that I think I spoke about it last episode. I think I just showed you the pattern. So it's blowing out a lot. It's pretty much like a denim-y blue. Oh, that kind of looks a little bit better. So this is how far I've got. The row that I'm working on now is actually to divide for the sleeves, and then we just work the body until I'm sort of going to have it just maybe below my hips, and then I'll add the ribbing and the sleeves. So it's been a really lovely project to work on. I've been making my cardigan in the Fiddlesticks Superb 8, which is an anti-pill 8-ply acrylic, and it is so deliciously soft. So I have been using I think it's called denim or some sort of blue colour, and I think I've got 7 balls of it, but I'm not actually sure that I'm going to be able to get the whole cardigan out. So I'm going to stripe the body and then the sleeves, because I've got some other colours in the Fiddlesticks yarn, and I thought, well, instead of going and buying more, I'm going to just use what I've got, and because I think once you actually divide for the sleeves and then you're just working around and around and around on the body, it'll be really nice just to have something a little bit different rather than just a plain colour cardigan. But I have loved every stitch. It is simply, it's pretty much all half double crochets. I have just loved it. I've loved working on it. It's so slow and soothing, and there's nothing quite as nice as getting home from work and doing dinner and whatever and PJs and just chilling on the couch for a little bit before I tend to fall into bed very early. Anyway, so it's been really lovely to work on. I have just adored every single stitch. And so the pattern, actually, the sizing starts from 6 months right through to, I think it's 4X or 5X. So it's super good value for a paid for pattern. I can't remember how much it was. It was definitely less than 10 Australian dollars. And it was from the Velvet Acorn. And I pretty much am sure that I'm going to make more of these cardigans for other people. It's quite a good, it's a really, really staple. It's one of those staple patterns that I think you could use, like, because it goes right down to a 6-month-old size. I feel like that's pretty awesome. So I'm really excited, and I'm really looking forward to actually, you know, continuing to work on it. I'm not rushing this project away. I feel like sometimes we do that, don't we? Or I do, at least, that I love the project and then I start to get into the bones of it and I start to get a bit over it and I'm like, oh, is it done yet? And then you actually really miss it when it's gone or when you've finished and you're like, oh. So this has been a really lovely project for me to work on, and I will definitely, I really am definitely enjoying it for sure. So they are the only things that I've been working on, but I really wanted to still check in. And so I am going to do my little encouragement video, or encouragement part of the video. So if you're not necessarily into being encouraged or whatever, then thanks for stopping by. But I feel like everyone needs or wants to be encouraged, right? So if you are a content creator on YouTube and maybe you've lost your crojo or your knitting mojo or your crafty mojo, whatever, please keep continuing to make videos. Even if you literally make a cup of tea and sit and press record and chat to us and talk to us about your day and what's been going on in your week, because it is so important right now that we continue to keep connected with each other. I was talking to a friend yesterday about what things will look like or how it will look like when we come out of this, this situation. And to be honest, I don't know how long it's going to be before things are ever normal, or if it will ever be the way that it was before again. And I'm okay with that. Initially, I thought, oh my goodness, I don't know. I just want to be able to go and hug my people, because I am a hugger. I am a person that loves on people, and I do that by embracing them and holding them. And so for me as a hugger, I'm feeling really depleted at the moment, to be honest. But there's a lot of things that I've really enjoyed about this season, and I may talk about them in another video, because I feel like this is kind of nearly at 20 minutes anyway, and I don't want to ravel on and on and on, because I'm mindful that, you know, people have time limits and we don't, you know, I'm just mindful of that. But I just want to encourage you to continue to make videos. If you make videos, continue to make videos. If you don't make videos and you want to, press record and get going, because we all have something to say and we attract our community of people. And I know that the Yarny community have been amazing. And this connection that we have here on YouTube has been such a blessing to me over this time. I've spoken about it in previous videos, and I think I will continue to speak about it because it's been a lifesaver for me, and I know for so many other people. So I just wanted to encourage you that, when we start to resurface, or when we start to come out of this situation into whatever the new normal looks like, what parts of this current season are we going to hold on to and take with us out into this new, whatever it might look like? Because there's actually been a lot of things that I've really enjoyed during this time of isolation. I've enjoyed the not being so busy. I've enjoyed having my days off just be lazy days where I've not filled them with other appointments, filled them with things that I have to get done before I go back to work. So I'm really going to do my best to continue that on, even after we are able to meet again in different capacities. And, I'm going to really try to be slower. And I'm not going to feel guilty about not having a full calendar, because it's okay to not have a full calendar. I've really enjoyed being mindful and deliberate about what I'm crafting on. And I'm definitely going to continue to do that even as the restrictions lift. I'm just not going to work on things that don't bring me joy. I'm a serial starter anyway. I like to start new projects, and then I tend to lose steam sometimes if it's not keeping my attention or if it's not making me happy. And I think at that point I'm just going to frog and not feel bad, just frog. And get back to crafting and doing things that bring me joy and make my heart really happy. So I hope that those few little tidbits may have been helpful or encouraging. I probably will do another video where I kind of chit-chat a little bit more about the season of, COVID-19 and what I think I've enjoyed about it. So definitely hit that subscribe button if you have not already, and don't forget to like the video, and please comment below with some encouragement or something that I would like to know. What have you found good during this season? What's one thing that you've really enjoyed during the season of stepping back and slowing down? Because there's things to be grateful for. We just got to look. And sometimes I think we've just got to look a little bit harder, but the blessings are still there. The rainbows are still there. We just got to remember that we really need to focus on them rather than the other stuff that seems to be happening around us. So I hope that this video finds you well. Please take care and be safe. Be blessed. Happy crafting, and I will talk to you again really soon.